All right, thanks, guys. We are coming off a 4-2 day yesterday on our Patreon website. We're also tailing an NBA team today who's covering 80% of their games at home in the past couple of weeks. So we got a lot of great stuff going on the Patreon website. Link for that site is in the description section below. A lot of exciting stuff going on right now. Once again, link for that site is in the description section below. That is patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, we got ourselves a very short slate of college basketball action. Not a whole lot of D1 action here today, but we did happen to scour the earth for 4 games, none of them of which are on the big screen in the back. Like I explained to you guys yesterday, I use the Xfinity Sports app just on my TV. Literally, it's just a flat screen TV behind me. No fancy technology. It's the Xfinity app. And ever since they did updates to the app, it just doesn't look the same. The color stinks. It doesn't look good on camera. The layout is whack. And they don't list as many games anymore. Like a couple days ago, they would list like every game. There would only be a couple games that weren't listed. They don't have any games listed for today, at least in the AP Top 25. But then if you filter that, you got to go by conference, and it's just really not a good situation. Xfinity, you drop the ball. You're not doing a good job. This has been a disaster, and you guys are way too expensive. You're way too expensive. So anyway, wish your shout out today wasn't negative, but it is what it is. I just had to put you guys on blast a little bit, but just be happy I mentioned her name. Now everybody is thinking about Xfinity right now. But anyway, like I said, 4 games to go through today, so let's go ahead and get into it. Beginning with the Austin Peay Governors taking on West Virginia, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that game. The Mountaineers are minus 16, totals 148.5. We saw a half a point move toward the Mountaineers and movement upward on the total. West Virginia opened 15.5 up to minus 16. Total open 148 up to 148 and a hook. 67% are leaning West Virginia. 61% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Governors of Austin Peay are plus 1175 on the money line. So if you like Austin Peay or Peay, whatever you want to call it, I've always said Austin Peay. But if you want to get paid by Austin Peay, that money line bet will pay you plus 1175. Now, if you're riding with the Governors in this matchup here, they have successfully covered the number in their last 4 straight. And believe it or not, Austin Peay, they rank in the top 35 in scoring. They're averaging 81 points per game. They have marquee covers over the likes of Arkansas and Tulsa. Terry Taylor, he's averaging 23 points per contest, 9 rebounds. He's also got 2 steals and 2 blocks per game as well. Terry Taylor, that's the guy on this Austin Peay squad. Now, Jordan Adams, 15 points a game, 4 rebounds for him as well. And Eli Abieff, 8 rebounds and 8 points for Eli. This Austin Peay squad is shooting 47.3% from the field. Now, West Virginia on the other side, the Mountaineers, have failed to cover in 3 out of their last 4. They're also just 3-5 against the spread overall for the year. They're shooting just 42% from the field, and they failed to cover in 3 out of their 4 games as the official home team. Now, 2 out of West Virginia's last 2 games did fly over the total. Meanwhile, Austin Peay 3-2 to the over in their last 16. Guys, I'm actually going to lead toward the road dog in this one. Give me the Austin Peay Governors plus 16 in the over 148.5 in that game. All right, next matchup. This should be a good one, guys. This is going to be Iowa taking on Iowa State, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that matchup. The Cyclones of Iowa State, they're favored in this matchup. They're the 4-point favorite. Totals at 157. We saw a 1-point fade of Iowa State and movement downward on the total. The Cyclones open as the 5-point favorite down to minus 4. Total open 158 down to 157. 51% are leaning toward the Cyclones. 59% shaded toward the under. And right now the Iowa Hawkeyes are plus 160 on the money line. Now Iowa's pretty good. They're 7-3 straight up overall. 4-2 against the spread in their last 6. They're averaging 80 points a game. They're also shooting 79% from the stripe on the road. Luka Garza, I've been talking about him all year. He's averaging 23 points a game, 10 rebounds. And Joe Wieskamp, he's having a great year as well. 12 points, 5 rebounds for Joe. Now, Iowa State, they failed to cover in 2 out of their last 3. They're also just 2-3 against the spread in their last 5. They're allowing 70 points per contest, and they faced, their fair share of cupcakes thus far in the year. They're also allowing their opponents to shoot 35% from beyond the arc. Now, total-wise, Iowa State 60% to the under at home, or as the home team. And Iowa, on the other side, 70% to the under overall for the season. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this one. That's 2 dogs in a row. Give me Iowa +4 and the under 157 in that game. And I'm going to slide to my next matchup. It is going to be Southern University taking on Wright State. And that's going to be a 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that matchup there. Wright State is the 15-point favorite, total at 142.5. Now, we did see a half-a-point fade of Wright State and movement upward on the total. WSU opened as the 15.5-point favorite, down to -15. Total open 142, up to 142.5. Southern University, the Jaguars. They're actually covering 71% of their games overall for the year. They're 5-2 ATS when catching the points. They have marquee covers over the likes of Akron, IUPUI, Nebraska, and Murray State. So pretty marquee matchups there. Amel Kujovic, he's averaging 9 points a game, 4 rebounds. And Darius Williams, 7 rebounds a game, 6 points. Damarie Burns, 9 points a game, 5 rebounds for him. So although Southern U not putting up impressive numbers individually, they have a bunch of guys on the roster that get a lot of action. There's a lot of guys that are appearing in the box score, a lot of different guys in the stat column. So they dish it around, man. Total team play. Now, Southern U, 4-2 against the spread when traveling. They're also covering 67% of their games as the official road underdog. Now, Wright State, on the other side, they failed to cover in 2 out of their last 3 as the home team. They're also just 3-4 against the spread when laying the points. They failed to cover over the likes of Indiana State, LaSalle, and Tennessee Tech. Now, total-wise, Wright State 3-1 to the over in their last 4. 2 out of Southern's last 3 got over the number themselves. I'm going to lean towards Southern on the road. That's my 3rd straight dog. Give me Southern +15 and the over 142.5 in that game. And before I go ahead and handicap my next and final matchup for the show, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for college basketball on this Thursday. The weekend's almost here. Happy Thursday to you. Now, before we go ahead and dive into some more college basketball action, we have one more game to have handicap. That is it. I just want to quickly remind you once again to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. We have a lot of great stuff going on right now. And as a matter of fact, we went 4-2 yesterday on that website in our premium selections. That's going to put us at 62% in our last 26 board member package plays. We're also hitting at 60% in our last 15 college basketball package plays on that site. We do daily premium selections on that website, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages on that site as well that you can subscribe to. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why would I subscribe to that, Brock, when I could just get it for free here on YouTube, you bald idiot? Well, not the case, guys. And at the end of this program, I'm going to explain to you the difference between what I do here on YouTube and that Patreon page. But anyway, you can check out my current record for free right now. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. My Patreon record is right on the homepage. And once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and get into this next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be a team that I like, a team that I follow a lot, believe it or not. It is UNI. That's right, Northern Iowa taking on Grand Canyon University. I know you've probably seen a lot of commercials on TV for GCU, Grand Canyon University. Well, they have a physical campus. So once again, that's UNI at GCU, 9 o'clock Eastern tip-off at Grand Canyon University. Now, UNI are the 5-point favorite on the road here, total at 133.5. We did see a half a point move toward the Panthers and movement upward on the total. So once again, UNI open as the 4.5-point favorite, up to -5. Total open 131, up to 133 and a hook. 64% are leaning UNI, 52% shaded toward the under. And right now, the Antelopes of GCU are plus 200 on the money line. Now, the mighty Antelopes have struggled as of late, just 4-7 straight up on the year. And they're also covering just 30% of their games overall for the season as well. They failed to cover in 4 out of their last 5 on the road, and their offense is averaging just 67 points per contest. Couple more disparaging things about GCU. They're shooting just 29% from beyond the arc. They're giving up 71 points per contest, and their opponents are shooting 37% from downtown themselves. GCU's failed to cover against the likes of Fordham, Valparaiso, and Arkansas Pine Bluff. Not a very impressive resume there. Now, UNI on the other side, they are 9-1 straight up overall for the year, 7-1 against the spread in their last 8. They have an outright win against the Gamecocks of South Carolina, and they had a nice, successful cover of the spread against West Virginia earlier in the season. They're averaging 76 points per contest. They're shooting 48% from the field, and they're shooting 37% from downtown. Now, defensively, they're giving up just 62 points per contest, and their opponents are shooting just 40% from the field. A.J. Green is leading the charge with 15 points per contest, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Trey Burhow, 15 points a game, 4 rebounds for Trey. And Spencer Haldeman, 10 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists for Spencer. Now, 4 out of UNI's last 5 games did go over the total. GCU 4-2 to the over in their last 6. I'm going to lean toward Northern Iowa on the road here. Give me UNI -5 and the over 133.5 in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our quick pick recap. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we went 4-2 yesterday in our premium picks on that website. I like Northern Iowa -5 over 133.5. Southern University Jaguars +15 over 142.5. Iowa Hawkeyes +4 under 157. And last but certainly not least, I like the Austin Peay Governors representing the Ohio Valley Conference. Austin Peay Governors +16 in the over 148.5 in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into a couple shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we are hitting at 62% our last 26 board member package plays on that website. Shout out to Davinia Goodman, Billy Boogaloo, Shang Nitty, PMC05, Gio Lopez, B. Rocco, Easy Money, Major Tom, Zora Plays, Darius Allen, Evil Dax, WME Little Bro, Limeval Dwayne, Martin Dean, Chibaku Tensei, Shaquille 1154. Shout out to Overton Span, Dom Hughes, Square 707, P. Lav, Maverick Monroe, and last but certainly not least, shout out to Gambling Junkie. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, I implore you to at least consider checking me out on patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again, we went 4-2 in our premium selections yesterday on that site. We're also hitting at 62% in our last 62% our last 26 board member package plays on that website. We're also hitting at 60% in our last 15 college basketball package plays on that site. Now, like I said earlier, you're probably wondering, Brock, why would I pay for your picks? I'm getting them for free right here on YouTube. You're giving them away for free. Why would I pay for something when I'm getting it for free? Well, I'll tell you what we do here on YouTube is we handicap every single game on the board, or nearly every single game on the board, both the side and the total. We formulate an opinion on games we typically wouldn't even have action on or even consider, but we do it on YouTube for content and for information. I want to give you guys as much information as you can, just in case you were considering betting that game. But I'll tell you this much. We handicap every single game on the board, both the side and the total. And if you were to do that in real life, if you were to bet every single game side and total with your hard-earned money, you're guaranteed to lose in the long run. And as a matter of fact, you're probably going to end up losing in the short run as well. The books are way too smart. They're way too sharp. The math is really, really against you. And, they just have too much money to withstand the swings and take all of your action. So what we do on Patreon is we really narrowed down and focusing on 3 to 4 premium selections per day. They're high percentage selections. They're games that I personally have action on. Typically, the teams we tail, or even the totals that we tail, are typically 75 to 80% in that favor before we even make the bet. So, it's a really high percentage selections that we ride with. And I'll tell you this much. My current record on Patreon is a whole lot better than it is handicapping every single game on YouTube side in total. And as a matter of fact, you can actually check out my current record for free right now. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. That is patreon.com/rockpage. But most importantly, guys, I do have to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you on patreon.com/rockpage.